Digital modulation techniques. So these digital modulation techniques are used to convert digital signal to the analog signal. Digital modulation techniques are used to convert digital signals to the analog signals. So digital to analog signal conversion. So different types of digital modulation techniques are ASK, amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, and phase shift keying. These three are the digital modulation techniques. So these techniques are used to convert digital signals to the analog signals. Amplitude, frequency, phase shift keying. So let us discuss each modulation technique. First one, amplitude shift keying. So here amplitude shift keying is a type of amplitude modulation which represents binary data in the form of variations in a amplitude of a signal. So this binary signal when ASK modulated gives a zero value for low input while it gives the carrier output for high input. So zero value for low input and carrier output for high input. See here, zero input gives a zero value. Okay, and next one input, it gives a carrier output here signal. Okay, and next here zero, so here zero value. Okay, next one input, here waveform carrier output. Okay, and next here zero, that is no output. Next one input, it gives a carrier output. Next zero, no output, no output wave. If it is one, input is one, then there is a waveform carrier output. Okay, that is amplitude shift keying is a type of amplitude modulation which represents the binary data in the form of variations in the amplitude of a signal. So the binary signal when ASK modulated gives a zero value for low input, that is here low input means zero input, so zero value. If it is one, input is one, here one, then it gives the carrier output, it gives a waveform. So zero means no waveform, one means there is a wave. That is the amplitude shift keying. Next, frequency shift keying. So this digital modulation technique in which the frequency of the carrier signal varies according to digital signal changes. So the output of FSK frequency shift keying modulated wave is high in the frequency for binary high input. So modulated wave is high in frequency when the input is high here. Okay, and next low in frequency for binary low input. So high in frequency for binary high input, that is 1. Next low in frequency for binary low input, that is 0. If it is 0, low frequency. If it is high, input is high, that is 1. Input is 1 means high frequency. See here, F1. F1 is the frequency to represent binary 0. So here 0, F1 frequency. Okay, and next high, F2 frequency. So here F1 frequency is used to represent 0 input, and here F2 is the frequency is used to represent high input. In F2 frequency waveforms are closer, okay, then F1. In F2 frequency here waveforms are closer than F1. So F1 frequency is used to represent binary 0 and F2 frequency is used to represent binary 1. If the input is 0, then the waveforms is represented in the frequency 1. If the input is 1, then waveforms are represented in the frequency F2. Next one, phase shift keying. So this phase shift keying is a digital modulation technique in which the phase of carrier signal is changed by varying the sine and cosine inputs at a particular time, changing the phase, and but amplitude and frequency remains constant. So in phase shift keying, we are changing the phase to the 180 degrees and amplitude and frequency remains constant. Okay, these waveforms are changed. See here, these waveforms are changed to here. Okay, waveforms are changed to the phase, particular phase. So previously this waveform is here, very closer, and here. This phase of the waveform is changed. In phase shift keying, we are changing the phase and amplitude and frequency remains constant. This phase of the carrier signal is changed by varying the sine and cosine inputs at a particular time. See here, this waveform is changed by changing the carrier signals by varying the sine and cosine inputs. The difference between frequency shift keying and phase shift keying. In phase shift keying, we are changing the phase by varying the sine and cosine inputs at a particular time. This waveform is changed by using the sine and cosine inputs. So these three are the digital modulation techniques. Those are used to convert digital signal to the analog signal. Amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, and phase shift keying. So in amplitude shift keying, if the input is 0, it gives a 0 value for low input. And if the input is high, that means 1, then it gives the carrier output, and that is waveform. 0 means no waveform. 1, then there is a waveform. Next, frequency shift keying. So here the frequency of carrier signal is modified to reflect binary data. See here, we set the frequency 1, F1, to represent binary 0, and we set the frequency F2 to represent binary 1. So in F2, the waveforms are very closer, and here in F1, waveforms are wider. Okay. So wider waveforms is used to represent 0 value, and closer waveforms is used to represent 1 value. And next, phase shift keying. This is similar to the frequency shift keying, but we are changing the phase. We are changing the waveform. Here we are changing the phase to particular degrees by varying the sine and cosine inputs. So this waveform and frequency shift keying is changed to this one. Okay. This is about digital modulation techniques. And next topic is Fourier analysis. So here Fourier analysis is a time varying signal that can be equivalently represented as series of harmonics or sum of sines and cosines. Here Fourier analysis is equivalently represented as a series of frequency components or sum of sine and cosine. Here Fourier analysis is sum of sines and cosines. Okay. This one is the equation to remember. Fourier analysis is a time varying signal that can be equivalently represented as a series of frequency components or sum of sines and cosines. Next one, bandwidth limited signals. Next one is bandwidth limited signals. So here bandwidth. So the definition of bandwidth is maximum amount of data transmitted over internet connection in a given amount of time. Maximum amount of data transmitted over the internet connection in a given amount of time. So here limited the bandwidth means limited the data rate. Bandwidth limited signal. Limiting the bandwidth means limits the data rate. So bandwidth is a physical property of transmission media such as the construction thickness and length of the wire or fiber. So this bandwidth is a maximum amount of data transmitted over the internet connection in a given amount of time. So maximum data transmitted in a given amount of time. So bandwidth limited to here data signal means the maximum data rate of a channel. So these are the two equations to find the maximum data rate of a channel. So bandwidth to computer scientist means digital. That means maximum data rate of a channel. So these are the two theorems to find the maximum data rate of a channel. So Nyquist theorem and Shannon's theorem. So here B is the bandwidth. Okay. Here S by N is the signal to noise ratio. So Nyquist theorem is maximum data rate equal to 2B log base 2V bits per seconds. And Shannon theorem, the maximum data rate is B log 2 1 plus S by N bits per seconds. So these two are the theorems to find the maximum data rate of a channel. Let us discuss problems on these two theorems. So let us see the problems to find the maximum data rate of a channel. So here two theorems to find the maximum data rate of a channel, Nyquist theorem and Shannon's theorem. So here maximum data rate equal to 2B, here B is the bandwidth and V is the discrete levels, number of signal levels. Okay, and here Shannon's theorem, maximum data rate equal to maximum data rate is equal to B log base to 1 plus S by N. So here S by N is the signal to noise ratio. So B is the bandwidth and S by N is the signal to noise ratio and V is the number of signal levels. So by using these two formulas, we find the maximum data rate of a channel. So let us discuss the problems here. If there is a noiseless channel with a bandwidth of 4 kilohertz, okay, that is B equal to 4 kilohertz. 4 kilohertz means 4000 hertz. So B equal to 4000. Transmitting a signal with 4 discrete levels. So number of signal levels equal to 4. That is here, signal levels, V equal to 4. So substitute those values in the formula. 2 into B, that is 4000 into log base to V. Here V is the V, that is number of signal levels is the 4. So 2 into 4000, 8000 log base to 4. That is here 16,000 bits per second. So 16,000 bits means 16 kilobits. So 16 kbps. Okay, that is the maximum data rate of a channel. So here we convert kilohertz into hertz. So 4000 hertz. So B equal to 4000 and 4 discrete levels. V equal to 4. Number of signal levels, V equal to 4. So substitute those values in the above formula. 2B, 2 into 4000 log 2, V value 4. Okay, so here answer is 16,000 BPS, bits per second. So 16,000 bits, that is 16 kilobits, 16 kbps. And next, second problem, bandwidth of a noisy channel is 4 kilohertz. Once again here B value 4000. 4 kilohertz means 4000 hertz into log 2 plus log 2 of 1 plus S by N. So here signal to noise ratio is 100. So S by N is equal to 100. So 1 plus 100. So after solving this one, the answer is here 26,633 BPS. That is convert into kilobits, 26.63 kbps. So remember the point here, B is the bandwidth and V is the number of signal levels and S by N signal to noise ratio. So they give bandwidth and signal to noise ratio. We have to find the maximum data rate using Shannon's theorem. They give number of signal levels V and bandwidth B. So you find the maximum data rate of your channel using Nyquist theorem. See here, next one, bandwidth limited signals. So limited to bandwidth means limits the data rate. So bandwidth is limited means the data rate is limited. See here, harmonics, 8 harmonics. So 8 harmonics is represented as this waveform. That means here harmonic means, so here harmonics is used to describe the distortion. That is, distortion means alternation of original shape of a waveform by waveforms of different frequencies. See here, one waveform is split into the individual components called fundamental frequency and number of harmonic frequency. So one waveform is divided into the multiple waveforms. Okay, that is number of harmonic frequencies. See here, one harmonic, two harmonics. So this diagram, two harmonics. So 1, 2, 3, 4 harmonics. Okay, similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 harmonics. So limited bandwidth means limit the data rate. So here we use harmonics. These harmonics are used to describe the distortion of waveform. Distortion of waveform means alternation of original shape of a waveform. Original shape of a waveform is changed. So this is about the digital modulation techniques and Fourier analysis. So Fourier analysis means it is the sum of sines and cosines. And maximum data rate of a channel. We find the maximum data rate of your channel by using two theorems, Nyquist theorem and Shannon theorem. Okay.